What's up, everybody? Welcome into Group Chat Sports. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest news in transfer portal, recruiting, and much more in the crazy world of college football. We've got a very crazy, interesting story today, all dealing with the transfer portal. Of course, the biggest news in terms of portal world the last week plus here has been Nico Iamaleava transferring from Tennessee, basically going to the table and saying, I want more money than I'm already making. Tennessee saying, well, if that's the case, you can hit the door. And he ends up at UCLA. We now have a swap of quarterbacks between Tennessee and UCLA as Joey Aguilar is heading over there. But all of this to say that we now have another situation stemming from this trade, you can call it, which is Nico's brother, Madden Iamaleava, freshman quarterback at Arkansas, is now leaving and heading to UCLA, which has prompted the Arkansas athletic director, Hunter Yurachek, to put out a statement that I'm going to bring up right here. And he says, I have spoken with the leadership team at Arkansas Edge and expressed my support in their pursuit to enforce their rights under any agreement violated by our student athletes moving forward. Arkansas Edge is the NIL collective for Arkansas. We appreciate Edge's investment in our student athletes and acknowledge the enforcement of these agreements is vital in our new world of college athletics. We look forward to continued dialogue with all parties in resolving these matters. And again, this is all because of Madden Iamaleava entering the transfer portal and now leaving to UCLA. So, D, you're an attorney. We've spoken about this in terms of Xavier Lucas and his departure from Wisconsin ending up at Miami. This seems sort of similar here in terms of a program coming out publicly, trying to get out ahead of something. But I'm not sure there's much legal standing here.
Look, it's hard to say without seeing the contract, but this is a situation where the settlement hasn't even happened yet. So this is all contingent on that. Buyout language is often in these contracts. You heard Ross Dellinger talk about it, but it's rarely enforced. This is much more of a kind of a PR thing as saying we are going to enforce these buyouts. So we're taking a step and we don't care how it makes us look. And the interesting thing to me is Madden was committed to UCLA or headed to UCLA, flipped to Arkansas, or let's just say UCLA thought they had him, goes to Arkansas there at the end. Hard feelings from UCLA's standpoint, my understanding. Now Nico's there, no hard feelings. Madden comes back and now Arkansas's mad. So just a crazy world. And that's why you see the NCAA pushing so hard for this house settlement to make the contracts a little more solid. But right now, contracts signed before the settlement, contingent on them, that's a much murkier question.
Well, and when you mention buyouts, let's just get it clear for the people who don't understand what that means. Madden or any player who comes into an agreement NIL wise is of course going to be owed a certain amount of money. But what Arkansas is saying here is, look, he was supposed to be here for a certain amount of time. He didn't hold up his end of the bargain. So we need our money back from what we've already paid you, or at least a portion of it. And what Ross Dellinger said, and I'll pull up the tweet here, that a lot of these contracts are including these buyouts. Again, I don't know about the legality of it because these are contingent upon the the settlement here that's supposed to be coming up soon, and that just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but look, from a UCLA standpoint, you have the brother who's going to start, then you have his backup, right, with Madden, 4-star prospect, number 20 quarterback in the country out of high school. Similar to what you see in Indiana, another Big Ten team. You got Fernando Mendoza to start, Alberto Mendoza to follow him. Let's see if it works out that way. The portal's crazy, but if it does, pretty easy transition and a pretty easy quarterback room to manage, assuming these brothers aren't fighting all the time.
Well, listen, you would imagine that the sell to their family was Nico's going to come in here, be the guy. He paves the way for Madden. We'll see how it turns out. Obviously, it's a good start for the Iamaleavas at UCLA right now, but long season ahead, and we'll see how everything turns out, because right now, Tennessee, they're paying half of what they were going to have to pay for Nico. And let me just tell you, if he performs better than Nico does this year, then that's going to be a pretty wild discussion.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch, man. This is modern college football. You got trades, you got this whole brotherly dynamic. flip back, flip there. We'll see how it plays out. If you're Arkansas, you lost a 4-star quarterback. You don't feel very good about that. But this drama is tough to keep up with, man. Arkansas needs something a little more stable in the SEC. I don't know. This is the game they want to play, dealing with these kind of high-profile, mercurial recruits.
All right, everyone, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Group Chat Sports coming at you every day with the latest in the transfer portal, recruiting, and much more. Thank you all for watching today. See you guys soon.